What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Token Otaku, coming at you again with another manga review. As always, if you guys enjoy the video, please leave your boy a like and a subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And just an announcement before we get into the review, I will be streaming here on YouTube on Wednesdays at around 7:30 till around maybe 10 to 11ish. It'll depend like week to week. But if you guys aren't doing anything and can spare the time to come check it out, stop by, say what's up, watch me get completely beat up by big daddies in Bioshock, because that's what we're doing right now. But with all that said and done, and in the beginning of the review rather than at the end where no one would ever see it, let's get into the chapter. Eleceed chapter 345 starts with Black and White waiting for Vesper outside of Ji Young's office, and when she exits, they ask her how the meeting went. Vesper tells them that Ji Young said that she can't help, and Black says that is to be expected since Ji Woo is an important figure in South Korea. White continues, saying that it's not just his abilities but also his background that make him so important, so he must be one of the key figures. And if he became closely tied with their family, it would concern some people. Black says it wouldn't be surprising if a war broke out over it too, and that he was surprised when Vesper told him what she was going to ask, and Vesper tells them that it was a relief that things ended with just that. Black and White seem surprised, but Vesper looks noticeably nervous, as we then cut back to after Vesper made her request, and Ji Young doesn't reply at first. She just gives Vesper the most evil death stare, before telling her that she can't help her with that. The chapter then cuts to Ji Woo's house as everyone is laying down in the living room. Subin notes that so much has happened since they started training, even though it hasn't been that long, and Ji-woo is even training with Pluton now. Ji-suk comments that Ji-woo needs to put in at least that much effort if he wants to challenge him. Subin then talks about how surprised she was seeing Blues, one of the top 50, cleaning Ji-woo's house, and Ji-suk and Woo-in agree with her at that. Ji-suk then mentions that he also seems to be giving it his best, and Subin surmises that when you're in the top 10, you can have one of the top 50 as a housekeeper. She then mentions how she is conflicted, and Ji-woo asks if something is on her mind. She explains that she couldn't stop thinking about something during her entire training, and everyone sits up to hear her out. She then says that she can't decide between Caden and Cartian, and the entire group, as well as I think some of us, are going to need a moment. Jisuk asks what there is to worry about, and Subin responds by putting Jisuk in a headlock and asking if he has a death wish. And as time passes and everyone is getting ready to fall asleep, Jiwoo mentions that the graduation ceremony being tomorrow feels unreal. He then addresses everyone and thanks them, saying he was able to have fun thanks to all of them, and he explains that he never thought of school as fun and was never excited for it. Jisuk says that he is in the same boat, and that he never had a reason to go to school, so he's never been to a graduation ceremony, and he stopped his training midway because he was graduating with all of them. Woo-in says that he is the same too, and like Ji-suk, he has never been to a graduation ceremony. Subin says that unlike them, she has been to a graduation ceremony, but she's never had fun at one because she's never belonged. And she tells Ji-woo that he doesn't have to be thankful because she's thankful for him, and Ji-suk and Woo-in both agree with her. There is a very touching moment before Ji-suk and Subin start fighting again. And during the fight, Ji-woo asks Subin about having to go to her own school for her graduation, and she says that she'll just go to theirs and go get her certificate later. Ji-woo asks if she can actually do that, and she replies that she doesn't know, but she's going to do it anyway. She's then hit by a pillow, and a pillow fight breaks out as the chapter comes to an end. And with the chapter recap over, I'm going to get into a bit of my thoughts. So, starting off, I'm going to get into my favorite part of the chapter, and that is Ji Young staring down Vesper, because I don't know what or how I was exactly expecting everything to go after the end of the last chapter, but the artist and the author went above and beyond with doing so less. Like, you can say so much by doing so little. In this chapter, less was more. All they needed to show was the way that Ji Young looked at Vesper and the way that Vesper knew that she was cooked from that moment on. Absolutely perfect. Always great to watch Vesper fail. And continuing on into the failings of Vesper, I'm going to talk about Black and White for two reasons. One, why do they still not have names? And if I did miss their names, can somebody let me know what their names actually are so that if I have been misnaming these characters, I can correctly name them from now on, because there's no reason why they've been in this story for this long and we still haven't gotten name introductions to them. If I haven't missed it, which I'm pretty certain I didn't. Secondary is, are they even on Vesper's side? Because you wait until she comes out of the meeting telling you that things went wrong to then tell her that I don't think that meeting was a good idea. And all the reasons why the meeting wasn't a good idea, which weren't even reasons that I had listed in the past chapter. But these are also reasons why she wouldn't be able to or want to help. And it's crazy that they just let her go through with these terrible plans. Because if you're on her side in the way that it's kind of making it seem, why are you letting her fail all the time? But if what's happening is they're just there to watch her fall over and fail, if that comes to light later on, then okay, this will make more sense. But at this point, they make no sense for why they're even here. They're just here to expound about why Vesper's plans are bad and then let her keep failing. The worst lackeys in the world, or friends, or whatever. True stuff. If you have friends or anything who are just watching you fail and then telling you about how they knew that wasn't going to work, they are not your friends. Stop associating with those people. But continuing on from fake friends into real awesome friends, it was great to see the gang get together and have a real heartfelt moment talking about how all of them coming together, they've collectively made school and regular life better for each other. And, we've seen it in the fact that they've all now made friends who, before they met each other, most of them were pretty much loners who didn't have anybody who really looked out for them. And now they've found each other and have a really good and close core group of friends. It's a very touching and heartwarming moment, I'll say, for me at least. And yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot more to say about it. It was just one of the things that brings a smile to you, warms the belly a little bit. But my predictions are pretty much the same. There wasn't a whole lot of new information to build new predictions off of. I still think, obviously, whatever's going to happen is probably going to kick off probably towards the end of the next chapter. Like, the call will go out, or we'll see that people like in shadow in the background or something like that. But assuming that the action part of whatever this mini arc or whatever is going to kick off, like I said, at the end of the next chapter. But with my thoughts and, we'll say, quote unquote, predictions out of the way, if you guys made it this far in the video, please leave your boy a like and a subscribe. It truly does help the channel, and it just motivates me more to keep making more of these videos. And if you already are subscribed, once again, thank you so much. There's only like 30 of you guys, but I want to say thank you to all of you, because it gives me the motivation, like I said. And with that, if you guys are free tomorrow, please come check me out live here on YouTube, 7:30. But with that, please have a good day. Make sure to drink plenty of water, eat healthy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.